All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pumped and ready to finish this game today. Today's going to be the day. I can feel it in my bones. But that said, we need to go back to the Serpent's Hold, I think it was, because I couldn't find the Undertaker. So we're going to go ahead and brave the dungeon, see if we can't find it. Now, this is where I could get held up. Could get held up here because, let me see, where the heck there it is. Mr. Temper, how's it going? Take a victory lap, my friend. We're gonna be finishing this today, okay? No questions asked. No, I guess ask questions if you want to. I don't know. Can't really find can't find that there Undertaker, so I don't know. Yep. You got a good memory. Some days I have to wake up and be like, what am I doing in life? Today was not that day though. Today I'm excited to finish this. Honestly, its brevity is one of its best qualities. Let's say. So we'll just check the whole perimeter of the island. I don't think that this is the worst RPG on the system. Most of the bottom 5 for me were longer games than this, and that's even after losing 2 whole streams worth of saves. So this is a pretty short game, mercifully. I know Draken only took us a day and a half. We abused an auto leveling for that. Okay, and then here we are in the Serpent's Hold. Probably fix that before the castles start falling over. And I was tempted for a second to flip my tripod, but I got it fairly centered today, so we're not going to mess with that. Sicko Play, thanks for stopping in. How are you? We're looking forward to finishing this today. It's been a ride. And I'm curious, Cinco, what would you say are the 5 worst Super Nintendo English official releases for RPGs? The 5 worst RPGs released for the North American Super Nintendo, if you will. And that's fine if you want to go by reputation or what you've watched here or anything like that. I'm curious. And Mr. Temper, that goes for you too. What would you say are the bottom 5? I think Temper, you would probably put Ultima on the Ultima 7 on the bottom for sure. This is the penultimate stream. Nice job, first of all. Penultimate means second to last, doesn't it? So that would have been yesterday, because hopefully today is the last one. Let me double check that we're doing the right thing here. Get the helmet. We're looking for the 3rd generator, which is here. We got the helmet. Okay, you will need to equip the Catalyte helmet before entering the Dungeon of the Serpent, or you will not be able to stay alive when you enter. Entrance is off to the west of Serpent's Hold. So we've got this. We're looking for the cube generator. We'll have to figure this out. I mean, usually I would say, you can't not expect this from an author. But you're an author too, so I feel like I can't say this to you. See, this is a little silly right here. Like, you can get blocked just from that. So, but I got the pun anyway, so I mean, I still call that a success. I would. What is this? Throw that anyway. Oh, goody, it opens that door. Ew. You know what you never hear in a dungeon in this game? Good job cleaning up. Nasty. There are too many. Well, I was going to say that's the worst thing about this game. It's not. One of the worst things about this game is there are constant things on the floor that can damage you. That's a little silly. Oh, we got one. Woo! A little spooky. It was a little spooky, I admit it. I have no idea where I am now. So, okay. Alright. I know it's just a door, but like that kind of reminds me of my least favorite type of dungeon, which is tile warping dungeons. Pokemon had a lot of that. And as we all know, Pokemon was way too hard. Okay, magic door. We'll double check that none of these keys work. Oh, I thought it was dead. We're gonna need unlock magic. Right there. Open the door. Oh, that's a boss, so. Okay. Frickin'. So much jank. You know what? I'm a little perturbed by that. I was, just a little. Not a whole lot of perturbation, but just some. Okay. Just need to get like a good... There you go. What do they got in here? There's that, one of those. I don't need that thing. Okay. That seems like it should have been it. Okay, here we go. So we got Cinco's Personal 5 Worst. Secret of the Stars, Lord of the Rings, Mystic Quest, Draken, still love it, and Nintendo. Can't count all Ultimate games because I never played the SNES ones and they're a weird misfit for the platform, so I don't know how to judge them without being hands-on. That makes sense. Draken, and this is where I think you and I see eye to eye Cinco play. I'm kind of obsessed with like the mystique of Draken, especially the development and Gary Gygax's potential involvement, all that. I think Draken is a bad game, but I think it's also an interesting game, right? And we've been over that. But I think that's a pretty decent list. The only one that I would push back on is Mystic Quest, but I don't have like a super strong attachment. Mine would be the same as Cinco, but I would sub out Nintendo for Ultima 7. Oh, okay. I didn't know that you didn't like Draken. Well, I didn't know that you thought poorly, I guess, of Draken, we could say. Eat that. And, what is this? Oh, does that take it back to the beginning? So, actually, I don't know if that was the beginning or not. Not a huge fan of this dungeon. And without the ability to use the map, seems a little dumb. What's this? Okay, hang on. The mystique of the latrine. It's not a latrine. Come on. Draken is not super fun to play. Having read I think there were 2 lore books for Draken. Having read both of them, yeah, there's the manual, and then there's the actual like standalone lore book. Having read both of those, I think it's really interesting, like as a story, but almost none of that is conveyed into the Super Nintendo version, which obviously has to chop out almost everything. And then I think not coming with a huge robust storybook with the physical game is a downside too. How about let me see. So I think Cinco, I think if you played Ultima 7 on Super Nintendo, you'd probably swap out something on that list for Ultima 7, because this is pretty bad. But you have a lot of experience with it. Yeah. It's it's a game, right? I probably would have hated it without the autosave, but that was it was a saving grace. Yep, I said it. Okay, let's see. So I have no idea where I am right now. One, I would love to not be in this dungeon anymore, but I don't know. I really don't know what the what is the deal. Let me just take a peek here, because they dropped me chicken. When a mouse drops a chicken, that is not an excuse. That is not an invitation to pick it up and eat it. I don't even know where this is on this map. But again, we're looking at an ASCII map. It is not perfect. It's not. Let me see. Let me see if I can get more information on this. That could be handy. Probably swap either Mystic Quest or Draken for Ultima 7. Yeah. I imagine you would probably drop Draken. I didn't know if I knew if you had strong feelings against Mystic Quest. I think I remember you being here when we played it on stream. Just introduced to it, yes or don't feel qualified. For sure. No, that makes sense. Well, it would have been classic single play, and I was almost expecting that anyway. But the fun thing is, then I would have been able to, you know, completely fly off the handle and pretend like I was actually offended by low-hanging fruit joke. But Mystic Quest is insulting. You could stop pounding your chest like a silverback. We get it. We get it. It's not for you though. Like the person who grew up on old RPGs, that's not the game for you. Absolutely not. The big Achilles heel for me with Mystic Quest is it's not a bad beginner's RPG, and that's what it's intended to be, but there are way better beginner RPGs on this system. Like I would sooner recommend a kid play Mario RPG than Mystic Quest as their first RPG, you know? So no, yeah. It's not for anybody who already played Final Fantasy II, like at all. It's an introductory RPG, but it's also kind of not the best introductory RPG. So I think it's good at being what it was intended to do, intended to be, but there's better things that can do the job that it was intended to do better. Yeah. Like I'll meet some people today who can't beat Pokemon Red. So, I don't know, maybe some people do need it dumbed down. But I tend to think players were better back then. Hey, Dayoxer, how are you? How's everything going? Didn't know any better without the internet. That was good times, you know? I miss that. Okay, let me look back here. Okay. Hang on. You can reach Undertaker, the place that actually matters, by going through the sub-basements of Serpent's Hold, rather than down through here. You're one of those kids that was disappointed, didn't think it was horrible. Yeah. I want to say I've met some people for whom that was their first RPG, and it worked. Like they were actually okay with it. But oh, hello. But I think that's few and far between. Again, I think there's value in making a beginner RPG. Like, everybody's gonna have to start somewhere. But at the same time, I think there's way better examples that you could find of a starter RPG on that system. On this system. Start with Ultima 7. You'll literally never be disappointed ever, 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 ever. Oh, let's see. What is it? What? Oh, okay. So I guess this is the room that we needed to be in? This game, man. Oh, so we're there. We're here. We did it. I don't know how that happened. So basically the map guide that I was using was like, just skip this dungeon. And I was like, okay, then where do I go? And it wasn't clear about that. It's a little clearer now, I guess. So anyway, let me see here. Mystic Quest is probably the best game on your bottom 5. That speaks for the average quality of it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Breath of Fire 1 is pretty rough. We've gone back and forth on this, I recall. I think Breath of Fire 1 is a fairly close to average game on the Super Nintendo, because there are some really good RPGs here. Boom goes the cube generator. I was wondering what that was. I was like, is this going to happen the whole dungeon? And fortunately not. So where's the exit here? Let's see. We got... This map is incomprehensible. Absolutely. Incomprehensible. I have no idea. We got... like, normally this guide marks the maps pretty well, but not this time. So we'll just yutz around for a little bit, see if we can't find the thing. Let's see. There's a weird loop right there, so maybe I can find that. This music is just straight up anxiety right here. This isn't even like, I feel like this isn't even the same dungeon. This is like I'm looking at something completely different. We'll give it a shot for a little bit. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Let's see if I can get over there. That way I don't have to waste a level on warping on out of here. We could just do my thing. Ugh. Alright, so... Okay. So that's not helpful. There's the thing over there. Oh. Hello. Ah, shucks howdy. I think that there's going to be a door that you're going to have to walk through to get there. I don't think that I'm going to be able to reach it just from straight up walking. Single play, I feel like Ultima 7 here on Super Nintendo. I feel like this game would irk you, particularly because there's so little interesting about it. The only game I could think of where they severely made it less interesting on this system. That's not helpful. So I'm just gonna warp out because I don't care. I just need to get out of here. We got what we came for, right? Yes, right? We got the cube. Okay, yeah, I'm getting out of here. Y'all can take my experience. My experience points. Okay, there you go. But yeah, only RPG I can think of where they made it completely just way too oversimplified. I think Lufia 1 is a medium average. Not a bad game, despite some infuriating design choices. Yeah, and I would probably put Lufia 1 and Breath of Fire 1 on the same level, personally. Duke Darkwood, how's it going? Wait, everything they made, so is it worse than Draken? So I think it's severely more oversimplified than Draken. Like, imagine if Draken had removed all party members but one, and like all systems, like everything was gone. So I feel like they even took seafaring out of this. You just get a boat that warps you between docks. That's crazy. Boom, boom. Does Draken have killer music? I don't remember. The first RPG on the system in North America, though, so I think that's something. At least it kind of has that going. Like, we can't say that for Secret of the Stars. You know, we can't say that for Nintendo or Ultima 7. Okay, so we're back. What level am I now? They took everything from me. I'm back to level 5 instead of 6. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, we got the cube generator. Go to the Time Lord. Let's save the game. Because if I died or it reset, I have no idea how to get to that item again. It was just completely inexplicable. Time Lord, Shmime Lord, here we go. I like how it has the most like banjo lute music in here. Hey kids! How's it going, Dan? We're doing okay. The bestest gate. So the black gate is going down today. It is like my mind. It's open. It will be open, and then we will shut it and forget about this game for the rest of existence. No, and I have to write an essay about this game. Woo. Or you're not talking about Draken. Which one were you talking about then? If you want to first have a Breath of Fire on the same level, once boss stops directing your path and starts you wandering through already completed dungeons again to find MacGuffins, falls way below the mark. Yeah, I don't remember being too upset by that. It's been a little while since I played it. But yeah, at this stage in time, I'd be pretty comfortable putting him on the same level. I only played Lufia 1 recently, but maybe if I replayed Breath of Fire 1. Oh, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Was that supposed to be Krusty or Binky? Who the heck are those? It's going downtown while your life's a joke. You go downtown. Zamba, 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 go downtown. Oh, you were going for Fat Albert? See, I couldn't read your text in the voice that you intended. Is this it, or are we? I think we're Ominous Gold. We're almost there. We got through the Serpent's Hold. There's like 2 last areas according to the walkthrough, so we're almost done. We're gonna finish this like maybe in the next hour, and then we can do something else. You guys wanna do something else? You must hurry if we are to save Britannia. I, the Time Lord, have waited too long for you. Cube destroyed. The alignment is almost at hand. You must hurry. Go to Buccaneer's Den and search for Hook. The cube will aid you in your search. It will force people to tell the truth. Good luck. A simple cell phone would have helped out here. The gold is evil. Yeah, I don't know. Based on the music there, I thought I was suddenly transported to 1970s Hobbit. But the Rankin and Bass Hobbit, leave tomorrow till it comes. Oh no, that's from Return of the King. It's like, the greatest adventure is what lies ahead. Today and tomorrow are yet to be said. I love that movie. I love it so much. I do. I enjoy that film. Okay, time to save it again because... All right, now we need to go to... Buccaneer's Den. And wield the cube. Do I have to equip it or what? Oh, you do. Okay. Whoops. Forgot to... Silly me. Forgot to use my magic teleportation boat. Okay, Buccaneer's Den. So it's also kind of curious that, like, I think there's side quests in this, which I've been avoiding, but this is a quote open world game, and yet there's a very distinct like linear path through it that is sort of strung along by these fetch quests. Like that's the sucky thing about this game is once you realize like beyond the janky combat, all this game is finding the next NPC and doing a fetch quest. That's it. Over and over again until you're done. There's nothing else happening. There's no character development. There's nothing. That's it. Good day, sir. Oh, we could push this. That's character development. What do you say to that? Okay, Fellowship Hall is what we're looking for. Voila. Voila. Voila.
And that was the day that Red accidentally summoned Beelzebub, and his life was slightly altered forever.
Now the Leonard Nimoy Hobbit song. Oh, let me see if I can remember. I torture my kids with that song every once in a while. I'll put it on. Be like, if you guys misbehave, we're gonna listen to the Leonard Nimoy Hobbit song. Bilbo Baggins, the greatest little hobbit of them all. Bilbo Baggins, the blah 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 blah. Oh man, what a song! What an icon! What a genius! A musical genius. I mean, that's up there with Led Zeppelin. See, I joke, but this is how people talk. Like, I guarantee I've encountered people who think like that. They'll say something like, "The Secret of the Stars soundtrack is up there with Pink Floyd." That's what they'd say. There are those people exist. Unlock magic. And you gotta do it again because this game, that's why. Thinking rats. All this gold for, I don't know. I'm not really sure why we're getting so much gold. Okay, so question mark. The guide suggested going into the basement of the Fellowship Hall to get the dungeon, but oh, that is that's silly me. The building south of the Fellowship Hall. Let me try that again. So that's the Fellowship Hall. Ooh, it's nighttime. That means we can go nice with our little bedroll. So I agree, simple can be good if done right. I think a good example of that is some of the Pokemon games. Like, I think Pokemon Red and Good are pretty good. Red and Good, Red and Blue. Little Freudian slip there. Are pretty good, especially for Game Boy RPGs. They are simple by design, but there's a way to do simple well and there's a way to do simple bad. This game is probably a good example of that as well. You could say this is a simple game, and I think it is, but it's overly simplistic, and there's a lot of lacklusterness to that. What is this? House of Games. I don't need to go in there. Games, I don't want any games. What you got? I am Hofa. Thou art not allowed here. Go away or I'll deal with thee. Hook. You don't know what you're talking about. Hook. Oh, you must mean Hook the pirate. Okay, ease up. I'll give you his key. Take the key. Here is the key. Thou mayst pass. We got Hook's key. All we had to do is bug the guard about it. Blast that Peter Pan. A note and a black gate key. Oh, that's for the titular gate. We love to say titular. Crown Jewels, sunrise tomorrow. Sail for the Isle of Avatar. Hook. Use this key to enter the Black Gate Chamber. Eliza. Say nothing of the, So is that what the House of Games is then? Is the town casino? Finster, Britain, Duncan, Buccaneers Den, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what this is. Oh, is this like a hit list? Yes. Because Christopher was the guy that they quote-unquote kidnapped. So they were planning to kidnap Lord British and the Avatar? So the guide said do not enter the House of Games. Like all caps, bold, exclamation marks. I don't know if there's a game-breaking bug in there, but I don't want to mess with that, so we're not gonna. But if you'd like to tell me about what was in the House of Games or the casino or whatever it is, in the OG, it'd be fine with me. Entrance to the Buccaneers Cave. Okie dokie. Oh, really? So I wonder what they did here then. We should check out the House of Games just in case you missed something. If it breaks my game, you will pay for it personally, Mr. Timber. Okay, we got the hit list scroll, we got the Crown Jewel navigation notes, and we got the Black Gate key. I don't think we need to go here, actually. The Buccaneers Den? Yeah, actually, I don't think I need to be here. The guide mentions nothing about this. Oh yeah, can't hurt him with the ice sword for some reason. So I don't know. I might just. Well, I don't want to use Cal Lore again, so we're just gonna reset. I think, because I saved right outside. Beamstock, my dude, how are you? Thanks for popping in today. No, we have not, thankfully, had to restart the game. Fortunately. Only twice have I lost my my data on this game. And twice is enough, I think. Okay, let's check out the House of Games. Watch it wipe the save. Well, how do I get in there? How do I get that goodness in me? We'll try unlock magic. That didn't do anything. House of Games. House of Games. I don't have any extra key. I don't know. Is there a special way in there? What's up, Majo Rage? TV, how are ya? Thanks for popping in, my dude. How's things? I think the key might be the only need in here, but the incriminating document is always fun. The other one might not be in this version. Got it. Got it. So yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing that I needed there then. This doesn't look like a House of Games. So I just need to get the key and then book it. I don't need to go through that. I guess it was an optional dungeon. I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. Thanks very much. Okay, yeah, we got the key, and I'm looking forward to finishing this game today. I think we just have one last destination after this. See, we were really close yesterday. I could smell it in my toes. We were so close, but that's all right. That's okay. So there's unlock magic. Let's try the other one. There's unlock door. Nope. Didn't work. So confusingly, unlock magic unlocks magic doors. Unlock door, I guess, unlocks non-magic doors? Huh. I don't know. Probably just be a prison? Probably. I think it would be interesting if somebody who is not me went around and did the research to find the differences between this and the PC version, because I will plan to never play this game again as long as I live. They'll have to put me in that torture room to get me to play this, because I'm good. All right. There's enough messing around with these orcs. So simple that I've been using the same starting pair of boots the whole time. Somebody had to have outlined it somewhere. If anybody knows, like typically some of my resources for that would be like the cutting room floor. I did not even see a page for the Super Nintendo version on the cutting room floor for this. But somebody has to have come up with that information somewhere. This seems like it is one of the most significantly changed ports for this system. Okay. Now we need to go to the Isle of the Avatar. Oh, right there. Zip, zip, zippity, zoom. Let's see. Okay. Avatar, you're not welcome here. That guy's a whiner, honestly. Okay, let's do this. Whoa. Okay, they're not gonna let me save here, I guess. Looks like. Okay, let's see if we can't find the dungeon of whatever it is. The dungeon of blah 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 yakety schmackety. Don't need that. So many useless chests in this game. Like, hey, how about a chest full of rubbish, or a chest full of the daggers that you were picking up at the very start of the game? That's such a weird choice. Ah, no, that guy. So long, that guy. I don't really want to go down there. Again, we're looking for a dungeon here, a donjon. Oh, wolves. Upsell. Spiders. Fairies. Merciful thing on this too, not only is it short, but the walking speed is really fast. So that's nice. Oh, dragon? Here? Huh. Well, alright then. I guess it is the last area, so. Oh, red guy is angry. So this must be it. Yep, the Dungeon of Hythloth. A point-by-point breakdown. Oh, it isn't a point-by-point breakdown. I got it. So let me take a peek at that eventually. Thank you very much. You want to cheat with useful stuff in it? What is wrong with me? Oh, a chest. A chest. Nah, yeah, come on. I mean, like the end of the game, you want something. But no, all the chests are stupid in this game. True shame if this version discourages you from playing any version, you miss out on real sailing. Yeah, no, so it doesn't discourage me from playing any version of this. I would be interested in playing the Ultima series on PC. But this, the Super Nintendo port of Ultima 7, I will never play again. It's atrocious. Yeah, what is up with that? Like, give me some good stuff. Okay, here we are in the dungeon of Hythloth, don't you know? And anybody do anything to celebrate yesterday? St. Patrick's Day. We had some corned beef and cabbage and potatoes. Last night was pretty good. Some green tea. Let's see, levitation. No, lifting. Way too similar. Come on. Yeah, it was yesterday, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, Major Rage. Seconding Mr. Temper. Hope you and Scarlet are doing all right. How's Scarlet? How's her recovery going? I think yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Might be gaslighting me now. Let me see. St. Patrick's Day. It was yesterday, my lad. Tuesday, March 17th, 2026. Don't you know? They're always after me lucky neckmates. Alright. Let's see. Here's a question for you Ultima fans. What is the best way to play through the original Ultima games? Like the original ports and stuff like that. Like is Black Gate on GOG or something like that? So this was mouse controlled as well, so they had to completely remap that for the controller. Mind-blowing. Called Quacks of Quedlingberg. I've not heard of that one. GOG has them all. Okay, cool. That's not too shabby. That's a decent way to do it. Okay. You know what? We are going to breeze through this because I'm going to look at a map. There's a place you want to go. Hythloth. Okay. Grab K1, open D1. Got it. Open BD. Oh, we could just like... Yeah, I could just like rush the end of this. Potion brewing game? Oh, that's pretty cool. I appreciate when there are games that have like a non-violent like premise like that. I think that's always interesting. Not because, you know, I'm like, oh, violence, seeking the children, but because it seems a little more creative. Because there's so many things centered around violence, and especially in fantasy settings. So something like that. Like I want a game that's like an eating contest with hobbits. Like, I would play the heck out of that. You know, no War of the Ring, nothing. Just two hobbits seeing who could pound more lembas bread. It's me, by the way. I could pound more lembas bread. Stupid bats. Okay. Oh yeah, fancy combat. Oh. Okay. Only got the one key. And it don't work. Oh, wait. Wasn't that the Black Gate key? Was that door the Black Gate? It's named after that one door. Can't be. Can't be. Pabstoban, how's it going? Long time no see. How are ya? Let me catch up here. Ellis games are talking in 80s. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I would have to definitely think in terms of that period, as I've seen pictures of the earliest Ultima and be like, wow. Pabstoban says, don't you like this isometric view? It's weird. It's I looked it up once. I was trying to find exactly what this is called and looking at different forms of isometry, and it's like oblique isometric or something like that. It was very peculiar. All right. Hey, yeah, I hope that recovery keeps going well. Definitely glad to hear it. That's tough stuff. Best wishes, of course. And let's see if we can't get through here. Batlin, Hook, Forskis, Eliza, and Abraham, stop the Avatar. Do not let him leave this room. Is this the end of the game? Oh no, you got attacked by NPCs. Who just evaporate. Batlin, you must leave this place. Follow the instructions I have given you. Okay. Wow. Alright, so the people that I was looking for the whole game were just in a room. And we're just destroying them. Well, Avatar, it is down to you and me. You will never be able to stop me. I suggest you surrender now. Yeah, sure. No puzzle, nothing, just 2 doors. Is that it? Okay. Batlin's key. Avatar, you have surprised me. You have managed to find the Black Gate after all. But do you know what to do now? Hey, look at that. That's I've made fun of this game. But that is not a bad looking piece of machinery right there. Now, I love how he was like, the bad guy's like, you'll never be able to defeat me. And then you literally just open a door. And he's like, I never suspected you'd get this far. That's pretty ridiculous. Depraved Slasher, how's it going? Welcome, Dr. Grant, to Ultima VII, the Black Gate. We're here. I think this is the end of the game. The final encounter was with some extremely weenie NPCs. I'm only level 5. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. The bad guy's named Guardian. You don't really want to do this, do you, Avatar? Like, his big bad plan was just a locked door and 4 regular people. I bet this looked really cool on PC. It's the thing. It's the thing. Okay. We gotta figure out what to do. This looks like a triangle. Congratulations, Avatar. You're learning your shapes. Oh, that's not very nice. You know, I didn't call you names or insult your maturity level. I'm just here to stop you from being such a jerk. Your prowess with geometric forms amazes me, Avatar. What was this guy trying to do again? Because his plan is stupid. He didn't even hire a dragon to watch this room or anything. He just straight up nothing. So, Avatar, the moment of truth has come. You can destroy the Black Gate, comma, but you will never return to your beloved Earth. This one goes in the square hole, or you can come through now and go home. It is your choice. So kind of weird. The quote is verbatim from the PC version. He's very trolling. So is this it? Is this is all there is? Okay. So now here's the clincher. I would not know. In order to destroy this, you need the wand that we picked up at the start of the game. I think the only hint that I saw for that is the wand reacts to black rock. Which this appears to be made of, I guess. But if there are two endings, I'm going to walk through this gate right now. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Avatar. Bye-bye. After I'm done with Britannia, I will join you on Earth. Alright, goodbye. So you have this bad ending time. One that causes black rock to explode. So I did not remember the explode part. I didn't. Oh, dang. They restart you from the beginning of the game. with 0. They start you from the beginning of the game with no level up. Just, you're straight up back at the absolute beginning. If it nuked the save file, I'll just watch the ending online or something. But I did not manually save. So we're still here, we're good. We're good. That's probably the most evil thing the Guardian did. But what a stupid plan. Now, do I have the wand still? Ooh, you know what? Oh yeah, there it is. Rudium's wand. Just do this for now. And then we'll gotta do that again. So you did start over. I love the irony of that too, with the coincidences. That, you know, we struggled with progress at the start of the game and reset, and then at the very end of the game, your bad ending is it resets. Oh, I can't imagine. Did the PC version of the game do that? If you choose to walk through the gate, then he does that. Now, did I know that the black gate was made of black rock? I get that it's also black in color. Given that I did not talk to everybody in this game, too, so, you know, if I miss whatever, it's likely because of that. We just need to find this again. I think it was on this side of the, yeah, right there. Right there. There we go. Absolutely terrifying. Yeah. Gives you one screen of text ending that basically amounts to saying you made it made it home, but feel uneasy about. So like a bad ending, right? Like that's what I was expecting to happen, but I was very surprised that it just started me over from the start of the game with 0 experience. I should have checked to see if it preserves all your items or if you literally have to do absolutely everything all over again. That would be very peculiar. What's up, Krypton? Yeah, that's a good question. Good question. If I could finish this soon enough, which I should be able to, like in the next 15 minutes, then we'll play a little something. We'll wash our mouths out with something good. What do you guys want to see? What's a Super Nintendo game that you'd like to see? I might have it. I might not have it. I don't know. If I have it, we can do that. I recently got Plock, which I've been interested to try. I recently got Sparkster and UN Squadron. UN Squadron is freaking ridiculous. I know that that Mr. Temper is a big veteran of shmups. So, have you beaten that game? Oh, somebody mowing out there. I was giving it my all the other day. Just played it for a bit and yeah, straight up could not. Oh my gosh, I didn't get the keys. Oh, you know what? I was thinking Super Mario World. It was in my head. From multiple sources, okay. And again, I didn't talk to everybody on here. So there's probably somebody on this that tells you that it's made of black rock. I'm pretty sure. But I don't recall. Oh, could look at the Mind Magic version too, yeah. Version for the Japanese version. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that bad to look at it, at least. Okay, give me the key. Let me get this stuff. And then let me warp and then save. So we can just finish this fiasco. You hope Captain Hook is in this version of 8? Beaten which game? Oh, UN Squadron. Have you beaten UN Squadron? Have you finished UN Squadron? And we need to go... Oh, that's right. I couldn't save here because it wasn't letting me. So that's why. Yeah, it's not going to let me save here. Okay, there's certain time of money coming to the worst of this time. People you can interrogate with a clue. Clearly, at least one mention the gate's construction. Okay, got it. So I never spoke to anybody with the cube. I've just been going straight to the next thing. But the cube compels people to tell the truth, right? So you could go around and gather information. It's a rotten puzzle at the end of this. I wish it was a boss fight. As I feel like that would have been so much more satisfying than just, hey, put your shapes here and use a wand, provided you know what the material of the gate is. It's similar to False Prophet in that it's a really almost like an adventure game style solution instead of like a final real combat challenge. No, not here. And at least on False Prophet, it was a little more involved to actually, complete that final puzzle. But on this one, it's just real rough. You beaten the arcade version of UN Squadron. Okay. I never played the SNES version much. So the SNES version is pretty infamous for difficulty. I couldn't beat it. I tried for a few days. It was tough. It was a tough one. Let me see. Wasn't one in... Yeah, there's not a whole lot of bosses in here. Hardest boss in this was the double dragons fight. And that was just use an invincibility potion, though. You know what? Eye of the Beholder had a good final boss fight. It was still a bit of a puzzle, but it was there at least. I do remember that from Rudium's notes, Duke. I remember reading that book and be like, okay, keep that in mind. I thought I had to hang on to this black rock in my inventory for the whole time, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, you might enjoy it. I think UN Squadron on the Super Nintendo is really excellent. I did say Double Dragon. Just for anybody listening. Playing patty cake with the Guardian. The Guardian's like, I see you know. Wait. Oh, it's equipped. Whoo! I didn't see the cube for a second there. And I was like, But fortunately, the cube was just equipped. So I had a little panic attack there. All right. Bring down that heart rate. To stabilize Penumbra's magic. Was Penumbra in a tower? I thought she was just in a house. Is this the last Ultima that they brought to console? It's 8 and 9 and that's it, right? There's nothing else? Or did they make an Ultimate 10? I thought they didn't. You know what? Well, good. So they learned their lesson. Like, no more ports to console, you guys. No, leave me. Okay, fine. Gotta make sure we save all that, all those potions for this difficult boss fight coming up. It cracks me up that you gotta use the black gate on that regular door. Black gate key, that is. The worst fight in this game is you versus Billy and Jimmy Lee. Exactly. This is just stupid. I mean, it's just stupid. Like, you can't move anywhere. So you just have to stand there and mash a button until something happens. Yeah, I was finding that out with looking at Ultima 7 stuff, that apparently there's 2 versions or whatever. So what's through the right-hand door here? Maybe that's the game room. Yeah, Elizabeth and Eliza. I remember you mentioned Elizabeth and Abraham, and I was like, I think on this they changed it to Eliza. Yes, I do want to do this.
So I see you know your shapes.
Yeah, so do you ever meet Hook, Captain Hook, in this? I thought that was going to be like a big deal. And I thought there were things that were going to be a big deal in this game. Almost nothing wound up being a big deal.
I see you like to chew. Perhaps you like to chew on my fist.
I know my shapes. Like the final solution in this game is know your shapes and think about the physical property of whatever this is and what it's made of. Williams 1, here we go. Bibba bibba bow. So, there we go. Wow. I take it this was a better effect on PC, huh? You don't even get to fight him. What a loser. You have saved Britannia from the evil plans of the Guardian. All of Britannia's rejoicing. Unfortunately, you have trapped yourself in Britannia in the bargain. Oh no. You may think you have one avatar, but now I am free to look for other realms to conquer. Ravishing Justice, how's it going?
Maybe I will choose your home dimension of Earth.
Oh no! Anyway, exactly like that, yeah. Okay, and we get like a text crawl. In the months after the climactic battle at the end, okay, what battle? Britannia is set upon the long road toward recovery from all of its tribulations. Upon your return to Britannia, Lord British immediately decreed the Fellowship to be outlawed, and all the branches were soon destroyed. The frustration you feel at having been trapped in Britannia is tempered, in part, by the knowledge that you have solved the terrible crimes committed by the Fellowship and have even avenged the disappearance of Spock's father. And although you are helpless to do anything about the Guardian's final threat, another thought lingers, nagging at you. What became of Batlin, the fiend who got away? There wasn't even a battle. Like, it was just like put shapes into this thing. And is this is it? Imagine if you were truly stuck, Red, and this was the only game you could play for the rest of your life. I would stop playing video games. That's what I would do. So maybe I'll watch a playthrough of the PC version at some point. This is bad. Definitely. Okay, so well, I would love to experience the whole PC version of Ultima 7. I really would. I think that what I've heard of it sounds great. I would love to play through the original Ultimas. But this is a really bad port. And it's sad to see so much sacrifice for simplicity. Is it worse than Lord of the Rings? No. Lord of the Rings plays much slower. Lord of the Rings was also glitchier and buggier than this. Lord of the Rings has a password system. All right. At least on this, you could save the game. Lord of the Rings had Moria at the end that had bugged rooms and crap like that. So, whew. Watch the modular video on Ultima 7. I remember the uploader should be somewhere deep in. Yeah, if you want to send me. Oh, so here's the thing, folks. Okay, so I started taking notes on this game. And if you have any interesting resources, any insights on the game, and you want to DM me, let me know. I think I'm in a accumulate research phase of this essay. So anything that you want to send my way, it would be much appreciated. I will probably check out the PC version. Definitely going to look through a bunch of tabs that I have open for this. But my main kind of theme in thinking about this game is it's oversimplified. Maybe the most oversimplified game ported to the Super Nintendo. Certainly among RPGs. Nintendo's benefit is that, like, an incredibly dull game, but Nintendo seems like it didn't go so far to simplify that it loses all of its texture and flavor and systems. This plays more like it plays like an NES action RPG. I mean, it plays like an NES action adventure, I think, more so than an RPG. I mean, they took out just about everything. But yeah, I would still say personally that now having finished this, I would say that it's shorter than an Indo, which I appreciated. It's occasionally as dull as an Indo, but my bottom 5 would probably still be Lord of the Rings at the bottom, probably Secret of Stars, then an Indo, then Ultima 7, and probably Draken. Let me take a look at this one more time. Like, Secret of the Stars is a pretty bad game. Dungeon Master, I feel like if Dungeon Master had caught me at a different time in life, I probably would have hated it. But I didn't hate it. The Dragon above an Indo is a wild take. Yeah, that's coming from the biggest Indo fan on the planet. No, Draken I can finish in like 2 sittings. Indo takes like 7 months. Horrible. Kikoskia? What? What is that? Yeah, the very aggressive Indo fans obviously voicing and mouthing off here. That's as expected. But no, I think Indo is a pretty terrible game. The only Indo fan on the planet. That was just to make Mr. Temper feel special, Cinco Play. That was just to make him feel special, and you undercut it. You undercut my attempt to make him feel better about himself. How do you feel? You gonna DM me a link on Discord? I appreciate it. I am worried about the Might and Magic 2. I am. If Might and Magic 2 and 3 wind up being as buggy and glitchy as they're purported to be, then they may bump Nintendo to the 5th spot on the top bottom list. And Draken and Ultima 7 will be free. All right, take care, Ravaging Justice. Spread the words of Nintendo far and wide. Go, my friend, and bring them the good news of the Nintendo. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. How is anything better than a Nintendo? I only compare everything to a Nintendo because we're talking about the 5 worst games and because the 2 biggest fans of a Nintendo on the planet are in chat every day. Let me see. Let me double check my Discord. I don't think I have it open. Oh, we're not connected on there? I thought we were. Oh, there we go. I got it. Yeah, it was a Ultima 7 playthrough. I appreciate it. All right, Krypton, take care. Yeah, I think Nintendo gets points. It's certainly a more coherent concept than Secret of the Stars. Secret of the Stars is just like whatever popped into their head, they just threw out, you know, into the game. There's no cohesion in Secret of the Stars. And Nintendo at least has that kind of singular concept. And it's a cool concept too. It is just an extremely boring game to play. Yeah, so did I take Obitus with a T? Yeah, Obitus off. I did. I beat Obitus on recommendation and came to the conclusion that it is an adventure game. It's not an RPG. There is only a health bar and a stamina bar, and that's it. There's no equipment. There's no dice rolls. There's not even like real combat. You just pick up stuff and throw it. It looks like a dungeon crawler, but there's no stats. There's no character progression. Nothing like that in that game. No equipment. Nothing. You pick everything up off the ground and hold it in one hand, and that's about it. It is also not a great game, but it's beatable. It's totally beatable. I pride myself on being one of very few people to beat Obitus, but kind of a rotten game as well. If Obitus was on my list, I might consider putting Obitus below Nintendo Way of the Ninja. Yeah. It was on there at one point when I was playtesting things. So as of this point in my life, I have beaten all of these games except for Might and Magic 2, Might and Magic 3, Paladin's Quest, Super Ninja Boy, and Terranigma. So the next game that we'll play on Friday, we'll start a new RPG. It'll probably be either Super Ninja Boy or Paladin's Quest. After that, we'll have to play one of the 2 Might and Magics, ideally Might and Magic 2 if I can find the right version. And then we'll play the other one, Paladin's Quest or Super Ninja Boy. Then we'll play Might and Magic 3, and then we'll finish with Terranigma. So like in the next few months, should be done with these games, which is really awesome. And I'm super excited about that. And then I have to figure out what I'm doing with my life. So, yeah. Paladin's Quest, I think I'll like Paladin's Quest based on everything that I've heard. So I edited Obitus on Wikipedia. I did. You could probably easily tell which paragraph it was. Let me see. I like how you went to the Wikipedia page. Well, you probably didn't do it right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, right here. Obitus can be mistaken for an RPG game when in actuality it functions like an action-adventure game. Players must traverse the game's mazes, gathering loot, items, weapons, and treasures in search of mystical gems while fighting enemies and avoiding traps. Upon reaching a castle, Obitus changes from first-person perspective to 2D side-scrolling, complete with a new jumping ability. However, the game features no RPG-adjacent stats, just a stamina and health bar. No character progression, no experience points, no variable damage, an inventory instead of real equipment, and few other traditional RPG traits. The original box for the game, I made a link there, references strategy and adventure, but not role-playing. So sneaking in a little appeal to authority there at the end. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's me. I edit Wikipedia just for fun. And I got a soldering gun. Happy Days, my favorite theme song. She kick your butt and Kim Big Gong. Ace and trivia quiz you bring on up. If we don't drop skills, Klingon. Obviously, they see me rolling. They laughing. Okay. Enjoy the videos that you guys also got. Ultima 7 Part 2, Serpent Isle. Cool. Right on. A little appeal to authority. Yeah, I referenced the box. I said it. But mostly I'm appealing to the best authority, which is my own logic. And yeah. So that was one that I've edited. I've edited a couple other... I even changed the genre there to action adventure. I edited a couple other Wikipedia pages since doing this challenge because... Oh, see, Beamstock knows what's up. All right, let me put on a little UN Squadron. I'm done. Babe. Appeals to authority aren't logical fallacies anyway, just weaker arguments. Exactly. See, Infinite Metal knows what's up. A lot of people would be like, appeal to authority. I'm sorry. That's a logical fallacy. I was like, no, it's fine. But I think that's better as a supporting argument, complementary, supplementary, if you like, rather than something that is sort of the main thrust of your argument, if that makes sense. Thanks, Infinite Metal. Thank you. Let's see. Will I ever do Phantasy Star? So, probably won't stream them other than out of curiosity. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is I could not ever really see myself doing a Genesis RPGs playthrough, and then I was told from a couple different sources to avoid doing any books on Genesis and Sega. The reason for that is Sega produces books, so they are hawkish about shutting down Sega-related book projects. Nintendo, I've been told, couldn't care less. And this comes from somebody who has written Nintendo books and has spoken with a Nintendo spokesperson on that topic. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. You'd think it would be the other way around. I think that's just because the way the internet is. Like, the internet is like, Nintendo games never go on sale. And then, like, just the other day, I saw Brothership for, like, $30. Which, like, yeah, it's, what is that? Like, 50% off? It's not like these crazy, like, 90% off sales, but, you know, 2% off would be a sale. Still, just not a very impressive one. Funny enough, version often hears appeal to authority, the guy claiming they're the weakest kind of argument, according to another authority. Nice. Yeah, well done. The kings of epistemology. Oh, I can't believe Mr. Temper used the word epistemology. And this is the guy who is constantly like, y'all are making up words. That's a big word. That's a big boy word right there. Epistemology, Mr. Temper. Well done. Right. According to Jim Bob down there at Jim Bob's Dry Cleaner, Obitus is not an RPG. That would be weird. For sure. Just not dramatic sales. Like, I would personally think of like 50% off as a good sale. But I would never expect Nintendo first party to go like 90% off, you know? Like, I bought Horizon Zero Dawn for like $5 once. There's no way you ever get it that cheap with Nintendo. Name one. See, I always say this. All words are made up, Duke. It's about everything in music, trashing their own products. They will poke you where I haven't heard any other. I mentioned Sega does too. Yeah, I think there's different things that different groups care about. Like, for example, Square Enix, very hawkish about use of their music and streaming certain games. Very hawkish. I've looked into that. I've talked to a lot of content creators about it. For Nintendo, it's very much their IP, their games, fan games, that sort of thing. And they've gotten a lot of flack for it, and rightfully so, I think. But yeah, for Sega, evidently it's books. So I will probably never be writing any Sega-related books. Doesn't mean they can't be successful or they can't happen, but I don't have a ton of affection for Sega outside of Dreamcast and Sega Saturn. No, see, and I've always known this about you. You're smarter than you let on, you know. It's a thing. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. And I find typically, like, one guy I pressed quite a bit on the Nintendo sales thing. And he eventually was like, well, what I mean is Nintendo first-party games never go on a sale greater than 35% when sold directly from Nintendo's website. Which is like, at that point, what are you complaining about, right? So, like, hyper-specific. So 60% off through the Uber app. That's pretty extreme. I got Mario Wonder for like $25. I had to do one of those like home shopping network type things, but you can find stuff for sure. As long as the words convey meaning, thank you. Yeah, the definition has to be agreed upon or understood. Otherwise, all of these don't make any sense. It's too many qualifiers. Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, here we go. I will happily turn this game off. Get out of my life forever. Ultima Blackgate. And let's play something good. Okay, for me, anytime, and this game looks gorgeous, by the way. Look at that. Anytime I saw, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, anytime I saw the Capcom logo on a Super Nintendo game, you know, I was in for a good time. I think I've loved every Capcom game on Super Nintendo. So good. Bigger sales. Right. It's one of those where, like, it kept pressing him. You could have just said, like, all right, you're right. But I couldn't press him any further than that. He was already at the breaking point. So it's crazy. We did win, James. We defeated Ultima 7. Let me go ahead and jot that down as well. We're going to play a little UN Squadron to celebrate. This is a cool game. This game will probably get an honorable mention when I come to do an honorable mention section in volume 2 of my book, because it does some interesting RPG-like progression stuff, but I don't think it's quite there enough to even be considered a hybrid. But you can let me know what you think. It is a really cool game. UN Squadron. Yeah, it's super close. It's like right there. There's a couple things that I would want to see, and that would be things that are a little more intrinsic than extrinsic. So a couple things here, right? You get these 3 dudes. This guy levels up faster, right? This guy can use more weapons, and then this guy has greater durability. I've had the most luck with red and green. So I guess we're gonna go with green because that was what was selected. Okay. I thought that same thing too, Mr. Terror. Imagine if the UN just like hired a squadron of Japanese mercenaries. I was like, go in there and blow the crap up. It was a different time in the 90s. It was a different time. Yeah. Capcom on Super Nintendo. So what do you got? Magic Sword, King of Dragons, Knights of the Round. This game. You've got Breath of Fire 1 and 2. You've got the Mega Man X games. And Mega Man 7. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. What else did they do? The game Intrinsic, nicely done. Oh, Demon's Crest, right? Yeah. No, that's right. We played that one on stream too. Okay, I won't be able to respond while I'm playing this, but we'll do our best here. Let's see. I actually think I don't need anything for this first one. Let's see. Banana Slammer? Yeah, I wish there was like a hold down the button thing on this, but there isn't. You kind of just gotta believe. Oh, man, Capcom had such a sound too for their stuff. Well done, Capcom sound team. You sound like an electronic guitar. Oh, that hit. Playing it too close. Whoa. Give me that slowdown. Oh! That tagged so many times. Ugh. So I know a lot of folk like that this game has like a life bar. And you can get hit a couple times, but if you get hit too rapidly in succession, then you're out of luck. That's where you get hammered. Boom, baby. SNES loves horns, and I think that sounded to me like an electric guitar. Like this right here. I get people who are like, yeah, that's a horn. I always hear it as a guitar. Oh yes. It helps. It helps. Okay. Now here's where I have a hard time on this game, right? Is you can kind of choose which to do next. But these three main stages, the three triangles, are rough until you get a better ship for me. So I always try and do this stage, but it usually takes me a couple tries to get it. So we'll see. See, now the plane's level 2. And we will take... that's probably good. Oh yeah, R-Type 3. This one is based on, the Area 88 comics, yep. This is UN Squadron. It is going to get an honorable mention for having RPG-like systems, but I don't know that it's quite close enough to be an RPG hybrid. I would love it to be because I'd love to write about it. I think it's a great game. Fighting the Triforce can be brutal. Well done. Well done. What a cool soundtrack. That is such a Capcom sound to the Thunderbolts and whatnot. Oh, I hate when they came from behind. Woo! Got a little dicey there. So this is where I find the start of this game is a lot easier if you've got the red character rather than the green. It's a little slower going because you gain levels slower. But the green survivability is pretty nice. I sacrificed. Got that hit. Had to get that hit. to get that red thing. Okay, right here. Oh. Darn it. Ah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, there's the B2. There's the B2. This was weird playing this game due to, with real life events happening simultaneously. Let's see. If you allow this, you'll be forced to write about all the sports games, many of which are honestly even closer to RPGs. Yes, sports RPGs are real. Did NBA Jam have progression? I can't recall. But some sports RPGs are going to get mentioned. Some sports games with RPG-like systems, but yeah. Is dicey. There are some moments. There. It's about shoot 'em ups being simple like this. Most modern shoot 'em ups are really complicated systems. I like this. If Tetris can be an RPG, then so can you in Squadron. Nicely done. Yeah, nicely done. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. Definitely, yeah, and I think too, I should be explored more. I do think that RPG sports games are interesting. Off the top of my head, I'm not recalling what did it on the Super Nintendo, but a lot of those games will get honorable mentions. Where they slip up is in the sort of the narrative, economy, exploration categories. I don't recall. I don't know if you read the book or not, but it will be for sale again. Heavily leaning towards the character progression type stuff, but there's other things too. And people fighting for what they think is just an excuse to talk about great games and compare them. I could live with that. Yeah, I could. I think fighting over it is weird. I've met a lot of people who think very strong feelings about what is or is not an RPG. I had to think about it because I'm writing a book on it. But yeah, people who think Link to the Past should be in there, or people who think some games shouldn't be in there, have really gotten to schoolyard name calling over genre, which to me is just weird. Yeah. I think it's not. I mean, it's not. It's fine to admit facts, But yeah, sports RPGs are a real thing. Definitely. Okay, let me see here. We'll give this another shot again. Yes, actually, I have Infinite Metal. I've encountered people who consider nothing to be an RPG except for a Western RPG. They don't consider Japanese RPGs to be RPGs. I've met people who don't consider action RPGs to be RPGs. I've met people who think an RPG has to have a sword in it, and if it doesn't, then it's not an RPG. So there are a lot of very peculiar, which I think goes to show that there needs to be some attempts to be definitive about this. Best period. Yeah, no, it was fun when you're a kid. When you're an adult and another adult, stoops to calling you names on the internet. It's just weird. It kind of sucks all the fun out of it. There it is. I remember there being a thing where I couldn't find it. Hopefully we can get to the next level up before reaching the boss again on this. It's such a cool game, but it's tough. It definitely gets dicey. I think too, generally this game runs quicker than a lot of other shmups that I've played on the Super Nintendo, it typically keeps up a pretty decent pace. Whoa, parting shot right there. Almost didn't see it, but then I did. There we go. Oh boy. That was a good shot. Whoa! Ah, darn it! You clipped me. Thrashing break dances. Kids are watching all SpongeBob. Okay. If it doesn't have a sword, it's not an RPG. I kid you not. Like, I met that guy. Do I smoke cigars? I do not, actually. I've not smoked cigars. I've smoked a lot of secondhand cigars. I'll tell you that. For me, that's probably a cup of tea. I could have a cup of tea any day, let me tell you. The music is jazzy. Yeah. Jolly knows what's up. UN Squad. UN Squad in the house. Beard. Okay. Oops. I wasted a bomb. Wasted 2 bombs. That's alright. That's what these tests are for. This feels wrong, but it's a cool ship. Ah. Wow, okay. I don't know why I have such a hard time dodging that. But I do. There we go. Second try that time. What's up, Marmbo? Marmbo, how are you? Are you the 5th Marmbo? I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. A little bit of Pabst Band every day. A little bit of Duke Darkwood, say hey. A little bit of Jolly Jared playing UN Squadron. A little bit of Marmbo. I know nothing rhymes with the word squadron. I'm sorry, Marmbo, if this is our first time meeting. I'm really not that cringe all the time. Only when I meet nice people. So, thanks for coming in. Hey, we just beat Ultima 7 earlier today. Now we're playing UN Squad. I really love this game. We're playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. This is not one of those, but it's pretty close, so we're going to check it out. Yeah, if the bomber was above me, probably could have worked, but it's their fault. It does. So I actually did encounter Sherry the Mouse in Lord British's castle, but we were playing just the Super Nintendo version, so quite a lot of differences. Yeah, Sherry the Mouse. So are you a big Ultima fan, then, I take it? Baron, how's it going? I don't know that I agree with you. And Komodo Bone, I didn't see this. You got a three stream streak. How are you, Komodo Bone? Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm sorry I missed that notification and didn't greet you earlier. Madden 94. So you say that as a joke, but I already agree with you. All right, let's see. We'll do this again. Grab this guy. Oh, missed almost all that. This is a good song too. This is a really good soundtrack. Oh. My bad. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Sunday driver, yeah. Or a Texas driver if you're from the great state of Tejas. Like, seriously, we went and pick up donuts the other day, and I look outside the window, and somebody had hit a street light on the curb outside of the donut shop, but going against traffic. And I was like, How did that happen? So I was talking to the owner there, and she was like, yeah, no, somebody came down the wrong way, hit the pipes first, so the shop was out of water, and then hit the street light going the wrong way. Weird. Okay, let's do the submarine mission. Oh yeah, level 3, baby. Yeah, we'll take all this. This is one that's a little tough to hit because it comes up from the bottom. But let me get a shot here. It's a while to get started too. There it is. What the? Whoa. That's pretty sneaky. There we go. Okay. That's it from special weapons. So now we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, come on. Oh, phooey. I love submarine mission. Me too. I do. Marbo, do we know each other from anywhere else on the internet, or is this really your first impression of all this? I've seen some rough driving my day. Yeah, some people probably should not be driving, I think. Captain, there's a jet above us. Oh no, that's not what the captain sounds like. I tried. I know. That's all we can do. All right, I'm not gonna be able to beat this game today. I was on this for like 3-4 days. Couldn't do it. Oh, I forgot there's an easy mode to this. But we're playing on normal, like Capcom would have wanted. Oh yeah. So like I said, I will not be on tomorrow. Will not be on Thursday. Got to take the wife to the airport. Friday, we'll be playing one of the 5 last RPGs that I need to play on my list. Will probably be either Super Ninja Boy or Paladin's Quest. Kind of leaning Paladin's Quest. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to play Paladin's Quest. It looks interesting too, which is nice. So, certainly one of the most, let's say, visually unique games, one of the most unique looking games. Ah, you got me. Oops. Oh no! That was the wrong one. I think I just wasted that. I'm that one. Okay. Alright. Alright. That's Paladin's Quest. Or that's UN Squadron.
If I take my wife to airport, I can ship her off somewhere far away, and then I can stream more UN Squadron all I want. Oh.
That's exactly what I was thinking. How did you know? It's like we've known each other all our lives. Marbo. It's like we've been separated from birth. Paladin's Quest is a good choice of what you have left. Also prove of finishing on Terra Enigma. Absolutely. Here's the list. This music's super repetitive, so we're not gonna just camp there. Okay. here's the list one more time. It's Might Magic 2, Might Magic 3, Paladin's Quest, Super Ninja Boy, Terra Enigma, and that's it. So I'm probably that's Red's alt account. No. Marbo's just has a sense of humor. That's all. This is the kind of person I want around. But yeah, we're gonna finish with Terra Enigma. We'll probably do Paladin's Quest next on Friday, and then Might Magic 2, and then Super Ninja Boy, and then Might Magic 3, and then Terra Enigma, and that'll be cool. Should have finished on a Nindo. Marbo. Well, let's ask. Marbo, do you like this horse isn't dead enough yet? He's already dead. Infinite Metal. Marbo, are you a fan of the Nindo Way of the Ninja? Are you? You know what? This could be one of my alt accounts. No, it's a so-so game on this list. One of the Super Nintendo RPGs. So-so is very kind, but yeah. So we're gonna raid into my friend Crit Bound's channel. Looks like he's playing Final Fantasy 14. Say hi, drop a follow if you never have, and I'll see you folks on Friday. Everybody take care.